Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Throwing now, Elway on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over. Detroit.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. On play action, Allen escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Elway. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Elway. Throwing for his line back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Watching that, Barney. Leopard. Set. Blue 90. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Detroit! Gun! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, Elway. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hot! Hot!
2nd and 10, Elway. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hot! Over! Hot!
From the shotgun, Elway. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jake Blunt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Gone, 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 gone. Over.
To the air, Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They run with Thomas. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Now Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
This is Thomas. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And that is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Flush to his right. Now he'll go deep down the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
On the ground, it's Thomas. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bills are in for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Gone, 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 gone. Here we go now. Green 39, green 39. Hot.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Elway throw, escaping the pressure right. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line.
Leopard! Leopard! Set! Green 39! Green 39! Hot!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Gun! 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 Gun!
On 2nd down, Elway. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Gun! 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 Why? Get wide! Hot! Gun! 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 Gun!
So we're going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play here for the Bills. 52 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And here now is spin. And Hill running right through it. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Allen off the play fake. Finding room to the 20. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Now McCoy. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Broncos in the hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Now the Bills will take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Gone! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Over!
Out of the gun, Elway. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
49! Leopard! Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. No. Check, Patriots!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it's Elway. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back up. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Looking downfield for Jones. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
first. They'll throw with Elway. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
No. Check. Patriot.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Watch it now, Barney. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56.
Elway to throw on second. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. Green 39.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On first down, Elway. And this will be incomplete. Kayvon Webster on the defensive side able to get a hand in.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Hot.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Elway. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd down, it's Lindsey, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Right here. Over.
Now they try the right side here. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hurry up, here we go.
Now Elway on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And they'll run it here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Elway. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Gone!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Elway. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play here for Buffalo, and even 40 yards. Throwing on first down is Allen. Forced out to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. On 3rd down. That's Thomas. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 4th down. And Gold is able to put it through. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. Over.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Detroit! Over!
To throw is Elway. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Allen. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. A critical error there in a tight game with the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the interception, here's Elway. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Over!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Switch!
time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Look at the spin. And some room to work. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Over. Back down to that belly. Here we go.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun. Watch it now, Barney.
On 3rd down, it's Thomas. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
One final try here for Allen. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Denver, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll